Aftershow, baby. And as you can see, I've changed the bad boy that has been there for many months now, and changed it to WWE Aftershows. So let's get started to Raw Aftershow. If you haven't already, definitely like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. And check out all the stuff down below. And also, before I get started, I did a clone of the campaign of the t-shirt and marked it down to $15.95. So go support GQ Creative Exclusive and represent by buying the t-shirt. Alright, let's get started, baby. Who's ready for Great Balls of Fire this Sunday? I know I am. I can't wait. And let's get started. Alright. The show opens with a video recapping Big Show reuniting with Enzo last week. Only to turn on him again and throw him down the entrance ramp. I thought that was really crazy. I bet you all the fans were just like, oh my god, they're finally back together. Oh man. I kind of figured it was going to happen. I was waiting for it. Let's continue on. Enzo kicks off the show to a huge pop from the crowd and chants of Enzo. He talks about Big Cass turning on him after he's been beat up by everyone else over the past year in hotel rooms and backstage. Let's continue on. He says he talks about the toughest guy to step through the ropes in a long time and how he has been taken advantage of because he has the heart of a gold. He talks about a lot of tough and says Enzo, Big Cass is nothing more than a 7-foot catchphrase that he wrote. And let's see. It goes on for a while. It goes on for a while. Segment goes on for a while. Blah blah blah. We see Cass watching from backstage, and Charlie walks up and asks him for a reaction. He says Enzo talks without actually saying anything. He won't be allowing to walk, or won't be walking after Sunday. They're going to be having a match this Sunday at Great Balls of Fire. So I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be really interesting to see that. Alright, Sasha Banks and Bayley versus Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss. Sasha Banks and Bayley won, but mainly Sasha. Bayley was sent back to the back after Jax took her out. Alexander versus Noam Dar with Alicia Fox at ringside. She returns after her injury, if you will. I don't know. Cedric Alexander won Miss TV. We're not going to even talk about this, okay, because honestly, I don't really care. The only part that I did care about was the lunatic fringe coming out and says he thought he would never see Miss TV again after the train wreck last week. If you guys watched Raw, you know what I mean. And he basically challenges him for, of course, a match this Sunday at Great Balls of Fire again for the IC title and all that jazz. And Slater says he should get a chance because he, beat him. And Heath versus Miz for the IC title with Dean Ambrose on commentary and Axel and Dallas at ringside. I thought this was a pretty great match for Heath in a while, if I might add. We see Rhino getting a fight with the Miz Trod at ringside and distracts Slater long enough for the Miz to hit the Skull Crusher final for the pin and the win. The Miz won. Ambrose runs to the ring but ends up receiving end of the beating from Miz and his colognes. I wonder if, I hope that Dean Ambrose gets a deserving, chance at Great Balls of Fire with these two and Maurice at ringside. I'm rooting on for Dean, but anyways, we eventually see, of course, the Miz celebrating after that happened. See the Goldust thing and the Shattered Truth. And then we've seen Truth standing behind Goldust with some popcorn. He attacks his former partner and sends him retreating from the ramp. I think they're going to be fighting at Great Balls of Fire, if I recall. I think that's a match at Great Balls of Fire. Sorry if I'm not correct. But you will see it in the prediction video for Great Balls of Fire if it is. So, we're not going to talk about, so, Cesaro and Sheamus will be fighting for the tag titles, at Great Balls of Fire, in a 30-minute Iron match, and I believe it's against the Hardy Boys. Somehow I listen, sometimes I don't, so I'm sorry. Kurt Hawkins versus Seth Rollins. Hawkins delivers a pre-match promo about how people in Los Angeles don't believe in him. Blah, 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 blah. The clean cutter grabs him with the right hand before the bell. The match starts, and Rollins puts him away with a knee to the face. Seth Rollins won. And, of course, Seth Rollins delivers a promo toward Wyatt for the match at Great Balls of Fire, which I am pretty excited for. I can't wait to see. It's going to be insane. He says you better be worried about my worth. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but... Anyways, he says this Sunday at Great Balls of Fire, I prove once and for all that you're not a god. You see an interview with the Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar and Samoa Joe prior to the match this Sunday, which I think is going to be insane. I can't wait for that to happen. They both did some great back and forth conversations and all that stuff. And eventually he goes to find Lesnar. Brock and Heyman think it's funny. And officials try to stop him. He finds the room that Lesnar is in, but he's held back by dozens of people. And of course, Brock being Brock, he taunts him. Neville versus Mustafa Ali. Neville won. Wyatt delivers another promo of his Vogue promos from a random desert. And of course, it's about the one and only Rollins. And I can't wait for this match. I'm so excited. And I'm actually pretty pumped for this Great Balls of Fire pay-per-view. It looks pretty alright. The match card looks pretty awesome so far. Finn Balor versus Cesaro. The Hardys head to the ringside to get into a fight at Samson. Baylor takes out everyone with a dive over the ramp. Top rope, Matt hits Alice with a twist of fate before being leveled by Sheamus. Bailey. Why do I keep saying Bailey? I see the B and I think Bailey. Finn. Jeez. Balor gets Cesaro back in the ring for of course, he picks up the win. Finn Balor wins. Like, what did I get from Bailey to Balor? Excuse me today. I might be a little crazy. Maybe a little dumb. Just a little bit. Braun Strowman comes out and talks about Reigns on whether or not he'll show up at Great Balls of Fire. Titus comes out and tells Strowman that he will love to come out and slap him in the mouth, but tonight is Apollo's night. Braun Strowman versus Apollo Crews. Braun Strowman won. Titus gets in the ring and tries to fight Braun, but he gets knocked out immediately. Blah, 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 blah. He eventually throws Crews into the ambulance and shuts the door, blah, blah, and he tries to get him to move, but they wouldn't. And then he opens the driver's door and Roman Reigns comes out. So there you go. And Braun gets sent into the LED wall before Reigns spears him off the stage onto a few tables. Show ends with Reigns celebrating on a stage while Strowman gets to his feet. Rating 80 out of 80. Incredible show as we look on to Great Balls of Fire this Sunday, which I am looking forward to. I can't wait. And thank you guys so much for watching this. Give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe. Check all the stuff down below. And I'll see you guys for Great Balls of Fire predictions. And don't hesitate to subscribe to WWE Network so you too can watch Great Balls of Fire and WWE Battleground. See you later, folks.